What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Exit Strategy Games. Today we're going to bring to you Madden 21. We've got the release of Madden 21 current gen gameplay footage, but we're going to dig into current gen, we're going to dig into next gen, we're going to look at EA's website, how they've set that up, and then we'll go into some of the 4K screenshots that they also posted at the same time. So thanks for joining in. Hope you like it. So right now, most of y'all have probably seen the current gen gameplay footage, and the overall take on that was big disappointment. A lot of people were disappointed with that. I think part of the reason is because people were expecting to see next gen gameplay footage, and well, they didn't get that. They couldn't tell a difference in Madden 21 versus Madden 20 except for a few animations or a few changes in maybe the way they hurdle or spin. So yeah, there are going to be some slight changes, but I think overall it was welcomed with disappointment. So in that, they released a short video once again, and they paired Madden 21 with FIFA 21. So they're showing both of these side by side, and they're showing all this really impressive not gameplay, but graphics. They're showing all this impressive potential that the next gen consoles can do. Now, it should be said as of now that the footage they're showing, it says in-engine footage, but it doesn't say gameplay. Okay? There's a difference in that. Basically, it's like they've taken some clips, some highlights, maybe some CG stuff they've done on their own, and they have edited it, made it look really nice, and that's what we're seeing. Possibly the potential of what the next gen consoles will be able to bring to our TV screens, but for now, I'm expecting maybe some slightly better image quality than current gen, but I don't expect to see what we're seeing in this video they released. If you remember back, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact date, but they were showing video footage, I believe, of a Madden game for the 360 and the PS3 before those were launched. And I believe it was during a draft, and they were showing gameplay footage, and it was Ray Lewis, and it was really impressive, and people got their hopes up. And when they actually saw the game, they were disappointed. So Madden's done this before, where they've shown this really impressive CG trailer, and then the gameplay and the graphics were nothing compared to that. Now here's something that's been a pet peeve of mine for quite some time. When you play a Madden game and it's raining or it's snowing, there's one layer of that animation and that's it. You don't get the depth of the weather. Now, granted, they may not have been able to pull that off, but in this video here, they're showing depth with the rain. So I'm hoping that is something with weather, when it's snowing or when it's raining, that you see the depth in that weather, not just a single layer of rain falling in front of your screen and then fog in the background to make it look like it's raining everywhere. So now what we're looking at is their website, and they've redone their website, and as you scroll down you can see that there are 5 different topics involved in this website, and you've got play next level, and you can scroll through and you can see some of the animation gameplay footage from the video that you just saw. So you've got an option to watch the trailer on the home page of this website, and then it's play next level, and you go through and you see some footage of Madden. You see feel the game, controller haptics, sense the impact of shots, passes, catches, kicks, tackles, and hits with immersive controller haptics, a new DualSense controller on PlayStation 5 with rich and responsive haptic feedback deepens the gameplay experience, letting you feel the rhythm of the game in your hands. So that's something that they promise stuff like that every year, and it's hit or miss. We'll have to see when we actually get our hands on the game how it actually makes a difference. Fast to the field, blazing fast load time. So this is something that consoles for the next gen have been boasting, how quickly the load times will come up. So faster load times get you in the game quicker than ever. Never lose focus, as stadium environments will load with unprecedented speed, letting you get to the kickoff in seconds. More detail, lit next level everywhere. Deferred lighting and rendering. But it says authentic new environments unlocked by a new deferred lighting system create ultra-realistic football experiences and player fidelity, enhancing the game in every part of the stadium. So we will see. We will see how that goes when the time comes. Detail to separate the best from the rest. Reimagine player bodies. So this is what I was talking about earlier. The next-gen technology creates deeper definition in player physiques, while dynamic lighting accentuates details such as faces, hair, kits, and uniforms to take athletes to a whole new level of realism. So the third topic is next level audio. And of course you see Adams running to the crowd doing the Lambeau leap, and the crowd grabs him, and you know, they're awesome. It's a tradition when touchdowns are scored there, but you just kind of imagine that situation and the crowd going wild and cheering and chanting. And it says, immerse yourselves in the sound of the stadium, spatialized audio, whether you're running out of the tunnel in Atlanta or leaping into the stands in Green Bay. Hear the spine-tingling roar of the stadium thanks to spatialized audio technology new to Madden that wraps around you for a completely immersive experience. So that's part of this whole feel the game topic. So the fourth one, move next level. So here we're going to talk about some of the controls. Realism reimagined. Stats-driven player movement. Real-life athlete data feeds into the Madden animation engine to create fluid, athletic player movement when accelerating, running routes, and changing direction. Enhanced animation technology in FIFA enables you to experience ultra-responsive and realistic player movement. So, stats-driven player movement. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. It'll be interesting to see how they take stats and translate that into movement from a player. Emotion is everything. Off-ball humanization, from adjusting shin pads in the 89th minute to screaming for passes in the end zone. Player humanization unlocks the most authentic character behaviors ever seen in sports video games, letting you see the detail and feel all of the emotion of football at the highest level. So here we go. Brave the elements. Exquisite weather detail. Mother Nature comes alive in Madden like never before. In stunning new detail, see standing water on rain-drenched sidelines and cold winter snow accumulate on the field. Visually enhanced weather conditions also affect cloth definition on athletes to match environmental variables. So this is what I was talking about earlier. They've put a focus on the weather. They've put a focus on the elements in the game. Gameplay immersion. It's in the game. So that's something I've noticed they've brought back. They seem to have brought this back. It's in the game. I mean, this was their slogan. This was their thing, 15 years ago and longer, when I was in high school and I was playing EA Sports games. I mean, that was a thing. It was EA Sports. It's in the game. So the last part of the website is our screenshots, 4K screenshots. So that's what we'll be looking at here. So as we go through here, we're going to get to look up close and personal, kind of see some of these screenshots a little closer. So basically, I just used my iPad and I went to the website and I clicked on the images and I zoomed in to get a better look. But you can see Tom Brady's jersey. It looks wet, looks soaked. You can see the rain depth here in this image. You can see the droplets on his helmet. You can see that the lighting looks to match the situation, the elements that we're seeing right now. So I'm impressed. You see the sweat on the face. You see, the lighting brings out so much detail. So it'll be interesting to see how this is portrayed in actual gameplay footage. Again, you see some motion blur here in the image. The motion blur, if it looks anything like what they're showing in this, it'll really be nice. Here you've got it looks like a hot sunny day. He's got sweat all over his arms. The hair looks more detailed. The detail in the jersey, the stitching looks better. So again, you're seeing some things that definitely look improved. And I think a lot of the ray tracing, the lighting, sells it on that look. The helmets look good. You can see the reflections of the stuff or whatever there is behind them in the helmets. So that looks amazing. In this image, you see the grass. The individual blades look really good. The turf. Here's one of the one that this is my favorite in the footage is this running play. It looks so good, and it gets my hopes up for what the game may look like when it comes to player movement. I've always felt like there's no feeling. It's obvious. But they have like a handful of running back animations when they run, and some of them look like they're, I don't know, it's just odd, like robotic, like they're on a swivel, moving their legs, and they're just going across the field. Others look like they're running realistically, and so there's hit or miss on that, so it'll be interesting to see. Here we have people standing outside of the field, and they're taking selfies, they're waiting in lines, they're interacting. Of course, we know that current time this would not actually be the case because they're spreading COVID-19 right now. So this is what we're looking at in the game. So we did get that pregame experience. It looked like, I would assume, in both FIFA 21 and in Madden 21. And then here is the team run out. This image is just sweet. It's a sweet looking image. And I zoom in here and look at the detail of the lighting on the back of the jerseys. We see the fog. Look at that. I mean, the fog looks real. You see the helmets. They still got the lighting off the helmets. Look at the fog. The sweat on his arms. I mean, it just looks really good. The green hue from the lasers. Again, if this isn't a hoax, and what I mean by that is, again, I go back to the Madden footage they showed, the CG trailer they showed years ago when they were launching or announcing Madden before the 360 came out and the PS3 came out, and they showed this insane CG trailer, and people were so pumped that that's what Madden was going to look like, and then we all realized we were a bunch of fools. So I'm very cautious to assume that the game's going to look anywhere close to this. But this is it. This is all I've got. I know it's a long video, a lot of talking, but I wanted to kind of bring all of the elements that they've shown and released so far to you guys, and let you take a look at it for yourself, look at some of the detail, and then hear your opinions, your feedback below, what your thoughts are. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off, and you all have a great weekend.